Welcome to the Pretty Red ENT show. It's your girl, Goddess Nikita, aka Pretty Red ENT herself. What's going on? What's going on with everybody? Have y'all been doing the mirror work? Y'all been getting up, dancing in the mirror, loving on yourself for the past few days? How do you feel since you done did this? You should feel very, very good about yourselves. Self-love is the best love, okay? You gotta love yourself. If don't nobody else love you, you really gotta love yourself. You gotta love every ounce of yourself. The good, the bad, the happy, the sad, the anxiety part of you, the depression, the baby blues, everything. You gotta learn how to love you in every situation, okay? Some people don't take their time out. Like, really, some people don't take that time out to really love their self. And I'm here to tell y'all, through me, it works. If nobody told y'all it works, I'm here to tell y'all it really works. I really started to, care about myself like I care about everybody else. And I was wondering, if I want something and I'm putting this energy out, why is it not coming back to me? And that was the question that I had for a lot of things. I'm like, oh my gosh, I done gave out this love, gave this love to this person, gave love to this person, gave love to this person. But why do I keep receiving this type of energy back? Something's wrong. Something's off. Okay. Shots fired. And I had to figure it out. And it was like, I was loving myself, but was I loving myself the way I really love myself today? I can say, in the past, I never really, put that love that I give out for everybody else into me into now. Oh my gosh, it's the most beautiful thing. I said, you know what? I done sat down and I done did a lot for everybody. I done loved everybody. I done loved their children. I done loved them through thick and thin. I was loyal by default. The thing that I do now is I love me. I take the time out for me. I buy myself flowers. I take myself on dates. I take myself on a romantic walk. Okay. I get up and I just dance for me. I might record myself dancing naked for me. Not for nobody else, but for me. And I never care what size I was, if I was small, big, medium, thick, however, but that never really was my problem, my size and my self-confidence. I think the thing that I used to lack was the love that I give out for everybody else. I need to give it out for myself. Show up for me like I show up for everybody else. That means if I'm sitting down and you talking about my friend, I'm checking you. No, and it's not even so much checking you. I have a very unique way of how I do what I do. So that's I make you see what you said about my friend is really a reflection of how you feel about yourself. Okay. And this is a conversation that happens all the time. Prime example. Recently I was talking to someone. I think it was while I was at work, and this guy was well, some of y'all, y'all don't be doing what y'all need to be doing. And that's coming to get us on time. And I was well, do you think you're always on time for yourself? Do you show up for you? Do you think that you need the things that you're doing right now? So if you have things that you need to do, what happened if we had things that we needed to do? And so we had to call off because we had things we need to do. So now you're saying that it's our fault if we take care of ourselves. So that's a reflection question. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, I can ask you that all day and tomorrow. Like, hey, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? But what you won't do is insult me, and I'm trying to help you out. You get what I'm saying? This ain't happening. Like, so there's a way how I do it, a very unique way. And I really love me, by the way. And I really feel like people need to just really love themselves. Like, really wholeheartedly love yourself negatively. Like, and a lot of people don't do that step. They have weave in their hair. They have gold teeth in their mouth. They have, their hair not like, their hair is straight and it's really curly. They put on makeup. They have on fake nails. When the last time you done took off your nails and let your hair be natural? When the last time you just didn't tone yourself, like dress your avatar up and really loved yourself without anything on your avatar? Because a lot of people haven't done that step. Like, you haven't loved yourself naturally, beautifully. Like, you haven't loved yourself natural yet. And you haven't appreciate your natural beauty. If you appreciate your beauty when you have on makeup and you transform into this beautiful person, which is great because makeup is supposed to do that. It's a form of self-love. Like, hey, helps you feel better. But if you don't feel the same way when you take that makeup off, then are you really loving yourself the way that you need to love? Are you being honest with yourself? Or are you, like, what are you technically doing? And so I remember back in the day, this girl I used to be associated with, she used to wear so much makeup. I'm like, why are you wearing so much makeup? Like, why you just can't go out naturally? And guys will respect you more if you just more natural. And I gotta say that because that's what I see. Like, and I'm like, hey, my weight goes up and down, but I have like as a girl, a big girl, I have taken men who have never dated a woman over a size 8 and made them my yes man. Like, are you serious? Like, I really think it's the self-confidence and you being focused on yourself. Like, it's you really being yourself. I never really wore makeup at all. Like, I might do lip gloss, but I don't feel like lip gloss is makeup. I might do a little mascara, but I don't feel like that's makeup. I feel makeup is like that foundation, all that extra stuff. Like, that extra stuff that's going to take like 25 extra minutes. Like, yeah. When the last time you done did mirror work naked? Without no weave in your hair, no gold teeth, just you natural with your clothes off. When the last time you told every part of your body that you love it? Like, I love you. I remember doing a speech a few semesters back, and I did a speech about self-love and about how to do it. And my arms they jiggle. And I was like, you know what? I even told myself, in front of people, I was like, I even told my arms, like, I love you. I love the way you jiggle. I love the fact that you are you. Can't nobody else change you but you. And so everybody like loved that about my speech. They were hitting me up on the, when you were in Zoom, and they're like, private messaging you like, oh my gosh, like, I really love your speech. I like the fact that you was jiggling your fat on your arm. Like, I'm not where you at yet, but I want to be where you at. Like, how did you get there? And so I always tell people, if you want to be on a level that I'm on with it, self-healing, self-love, like, you really got to love yourself just naturally. Like, drop the makeup, go outside for a week without makeup. Like, why? You was not born with makeup. Like, and I think a lot of people take that and they be like, oh my gosh, like, no, like, I'm so serious. You was not born with makeup on your face. So imagine you denying a part that you picked out. You actually picked out everything about the avatar that you're in. So at some point, maybe you came back to learn how to naturally love yourself, because maybe you didn't love yourself correctly in the past life. So now you had to come back to this new life and you had to like really embrace that love. And I think that is the reason sometimes, because I was asking my friend, like, why do you feel like you need makeup on one day? And she was like, I just need it. Like, look at these marks on my face. But I was like, but what happened if these marks on your face is there for a different reason? But I'm just there. I put an iron on my face when I was like, 3? And I got a scar on my face. I rock it. I'm not covering that up. That is a part of me. It tells a story. So I learned how to, like, at a very young age, embrace things that most people don't embrace once you get older. So when I got older, I'm just like, what do I do now? Like, when it comes to self-love, like, how can I amp this up? Like, I was already doing this since I've been little. And I remember, like, people used to talk about me like, oh, you're just fat, this, and that. But my confidence level is like, I don't care if you feel like I'm fat or not. Like, I'm still me. I'm still a boss. What are you talking about? Like, I don't know who you talking to. Baby, have you seen me? Because I see me, but have you seen me? Like, have you seen my heart? My heart is pure. Like, it's genuine. So that reflects on the outside. So a lot of people be like, oh my gosh, like, how can they? I don't know how people just see you. Just because I see myself. Self-love, guys. Like, you really have to see yourself, feel yourself, and love yourself to actually really allow people to see what you see in the inside. So if you feel nasty about yourself in the inside, eventually that's going to reflect outside of you. People don't see that, like, hey, all day and tomorrow I can sit around somebody and they could be like, oh, this person's a good person. But the moment they come in here, I was like, oh, okay. And they were like, oh, they're like you. They believe in love and light. And this person come in here and I'm like, okay. And the next thing I know, they might say, I hate kids. Or like, they're not doing the release work, or they're saying one thing, but their actions is doing another. So it's like, you're not really promoting what you're really about. And so I'm about genuine love. Like, no matter what, like, I love to see people in love. I love to see myself in love. Like, I'm a whole different person when I'm in love. Like, what? My voice just goes crazy. Like, are you serious? But I really think that practicing self-love and, like, dancing in the mirror, like, is beautiful. You could do that dressed up. That's not a problem. I'm not saying you can't practice it that way, but I'm asking, have you practiced it naked? You're just naked. You came in the same way you came in this planet. Are you practicing self-love that same way? Or are you practicing self-love dressed up? You feel me? Like, are you dressed up to be someone else? Like, are you actually doing and being the things that you want to do? Like, say, for instance, maybe your mom doesn't like for you to wear something. Could be a shirt, pants, the color to it. But yet you still wear it. And so now, all of a sudden, your mom, like, pushes down. I don't like it. I just don't want you to wear it. So now you don't wear your favorite stuff that you like to wear because your mom says it's unacceptable. And so how can you honor yourself in this situation like that? A lot of people don't understand that kind of situation. Like, hey, you're you feel like you feel comfortable in this outfit, but someone else doesn't like this outfit. And I remember back in the day, I wore this outfit. And it's like, I got double D's. I can't take that nowhere. They're just there. Hello. And I had on this shirt, and it, when you got a big chest, it's just naturally, it doesn't matter what shirt I got. You're going to see them because they're double D's. So I'm sitting up there, and I remember my grandma was like, I just don't like the outfit you got on. Like, it's too fast. Like, you're going to have guys looking at you. And I was like, I can't help if they're looking at me. I didn't tell them to look at me. Why do I have to be punished for someone looking and lusting after me when I'm just being me? I like these colors I have on. It makes me feel vibrant. Why do I have to stop being someone else other than what I want to be? And then I remember my granddaddy. I love him. I miss him. He comes through. He says, I think her outfit's all right. If she likes this outfit, then I like this outfit. I don't think it's too vulgar. I think that she's actually her outfit looks nice. Like, it's very presentable. And I'm like, I wouldn't be around my grandma, my granddad. Like, I got too much respect for them to dress a certain type of way. You get what I'm saying? But I am respectful in my own zone. Like, because at this time I was about like 17, 18. Could have been 16 too. But I remember my grandma was like, I just don't like it. I ain't never used to wear nothing like that. And I remember one day my granddad went and he found this picture when he first got with my grandma. Like, I guess the first time they ever got together, like they went to see something, and I guess they was taking pictures or something like that. Make a long story short, he takes a picture. My grandma takes his picture. But what she doesn't tell is that she didn't come out the house with that dress on, okay? And she has a big chest, and her chest is out there. My granddad said, I'm sorry, you were talking about my granddaughter, right? You said that you didn't feel like she should wear that outfit that she wore at the age. Do you not know that you're the same age as she was when I met you, and this is the type of shirt you had on? And he was like, well, this is a dress you actually had on, not a shirt. She has on a shirt. So you're saying something about my granddaughter, but what about you? Like, you did this. Like, but she's not hiding that she came out like that. You actually hid how you came out. And so it was so crazy to hear my granddad said that, like, he was like, she needs to be okay and comfortable in her body. Men shouldn't be targeting her, staring at her, looking at her like that. Like, not unless she wants them to. But at the same time, it's not her fault if someone thinks that she's 18 or she's 21 and she's 16. That's how she's built. That's her body. You cannot change that. She can't change that. So a lot of times people want you to tone you down. And so at that point, I think after that, like, I still was doing me for a while, like wearing whatever I wanted to wear. But I always feel like, why do people have to control what we like to wear? It's in a form of expression. It's a form of self-love. And when I became a goddess, I remember the first time I became a goddess, I never used to wear things revealing. And people be like, what do you mean? Like, no, you can't see my body. I always do that. Baby, I'm sexy dressed up. I'll make you want to x-ray my body to feel what's under here. Body, yaddy, 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 yaddy. But I'm always like, I'm seductive like that. Like, that turns me on. Like, what, I got on full clothes and you just, yeah, you know what you're doing. But at the end of the day, when I became a goddess, I remember I came outside and I had on this see-through outfit. And it really wasn't like you could see everything, but you could definitely, I'm light skinned. So you can see my tattoos. You can see, I had on a bra, what color bra it was, what kind of panties I had on. But the thing is that most people never see me come outside like that, like where I just free. Like, man, I feel like at some point, why do I have to wear clothes if I came in this planet without any? So I'm just be confused by some things. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, when I came outside in my goddess form, I was like so happy, so energetic. I really couldn't, like, a lot of people were really shocked by how I came out because they have never, ever, when I say like ever seen me, they have never seen me like that, ever. I'm usually covered up, but I'm sexy covered up. Like, yeah, baby over there, yeah, she got it. But I came outside, I felt like really good, but I was like shining my light. I came out and I was talking to everybody on the block and they were like, oh my gosh, you pretty. And everybody was just staring at me. Shout out to Dana Way, you know what I'm saying? I love Dana Way. But everybody was just staring at me and they were like, what's going on? Like, I've never seen you like this. So you got to understand, like, some people have known me down there for like 2-3 years. They have never seen me come outside like that ever. And so I'm like, I'm just in my goddess form right now. I'm just shining my light. And that's what I was there to do, was to shine my light. And so the one thing I must say is that was like the first day, like, I realized like what a goddess job was, what she does, what she do. And I'm like, I get it now. I cracked the code. So, it's amazing. Like, self-love really can change your life. Like, really, like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I started to like love myself in areas where I never really took too much time to like really love myself. And like, okay, like, do I love my fat rolls? Do I tell my fat rolls I love them? Because your rolls is listening. Your cells is listening. And if you talk to yourself like your cells, like you talk to your fingers, you tell your fingers you love them. You tell your feet you love them. You tell your eyeballs you love them. You tell your skin you love them. Like, you got to love on every single part. And I'm telling you, once I did that healing work around like my skin color, I was like, man, I love you because you are light skinned. I can't be dark skinned, so I can't love myself dark skinned. I only can love myself light skinned because that's who I am naturally. I don't bleach my skin or nothing, baby. This is all naturally light. Turn on the I shine light, even in the dark, okay? But I really like to start to like really embrace every part of myself and like really love myself, even down to my skin color. And most people are like, what? I wish you would tell me not to say I love the fact that I'm light skinned. We will have a whole, I'm ready to have that talk. Like, I'm ready to have that talk with anybody who wants to come on here and, you know, talk about colorism and different things like that. But I really wish you would, because I did a lot of healing work around that. So I love the fact I'm light skinned. I love my skin. It's soft. It's beautiful. Like, I really just love me. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, I love me. But I have always loved me. But I really like love me on a deeper level. Like, I understand me. I get me. I know what I came here for. Like, I really understand everything about me ever since I started loving on myself a lot better than what I usually do. So I took that time out and really healed. And once I like started practicing like self-love a lot, like my anxiety went down. Like, I didn't even have to take my anxiety medicine no more. Like, I don't take none like the medicine. Like, my doctor was like, so you don't have anxiety no more? I was like, no. Like, I was like, but no one told me this cheat code. And so I'm always a person who's always willing to give out free juice. Like, guys, love yourself, man. You gotta love yourself. It's very important. Like, for your next level, celebrating you matter. Like, celebrate yourself without your partner. Celebrate yourself without your kids. Celebrate just you. People don't take that time out to really celebrate themselves because they're like, oh my gosh, I got so much to do. And they don't even really know how they like to be loved. I remember I was asking a question to this dude. He came up, he was like, he wanted my number. And I was like, well, how do you like to be loved? Because I'm one of them people like, yeah, you could probably come up and talk to me. Anybody can come up and talk to me. But the whole problem is like, I might have a question for you. So how do you like to be loved? Like, because there's questions like, if you want to date me, there's questions I have off rip. It's a lot. It's a list. And you got to answer them. Depending on how you answer them would say whether or not I'm messing with you or not. Are we going to continue moving this forward to try to see if this works? If we go on a date or not? Because typically I'm stopping it right there. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, a lot of people do not know how they like to be loved. Like, at all. They don't take that step. And then I'll be like, well, what kind of form of self-love do you practice? And some people will talk about, and they always mention their kids. And I'm like, self-love, meaning one person, yourself. So why are you involving your kids? Yes, your kids are a part of you, but they're their own entity now. So how are you loving yourself? If you're always doing for them, how are you loving yourself? You have to really take that time out, guys, whether it's like 15 minutes, 30 minutes a day, like really sit up there, love yourself. Write yourself a love letter. Like, I'm telling you, I wrote myself the most beautiful love letter that I cry. Like, it was so romantic, but I really did. And a lot of people like, what? I really love me. Why wouldn't I express that I love me? If I had a partner, that's what I would be doing. Write him love letters. Tell him how much I loved him. Like, you know what? I love you. And this is why I love you. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's things that like I love to do in a relationship that I do with myself. Like, you have to, in order for, when it comes to energy flow, however you treat yourself, you do yourself, that's how what energy comes to you. So how can you get out of the energy of where you feel like, oh, it might be stagnant, it might not be moving. Baby, then move something. You want your energy to move? Then move. It might be you might need to move some stuff out your closet. It might be you might need to move some stuff out of a closet downstairs or move some closet, like move some things around. Could be you might need to switch around your dishes. You might need to switch around your bedroom. Like you got to figure out like where's your energy poured at and why is it not moving in the way that you want it to. And sometimes it can lead down to like self-love and different things like that. So I really challenge y'all to really take the time out and do self-love. Because I'm telling you, it really changed my life. Like, I am such a better person. I feel better. I sound better. I was always understanding, but now I'm kind of more like, I understand from your point of view, which I have always had, but I can't expect something from you that you have never done before. I mean, technically I can, but I can't. When I'll start to look at certain things, and I'm going to tell you what I mean. I remember one day, I know that this girl talks a lot, and I know she tells people's business. So I needed the information to get back to a certain person. So what I did was I told her, which was a true statement, what I told her. And I knew that she was going to go back and tell them that. You get what I'm saying? So when I asked her, like, did you tell such and such what I said? She said, no. Okay. But I already applied to your avatar that you was a liar. So I already knew you went back and told the person that I told you about. And so it was like, if she didn't go back and tell someone that, then I would say, well, she did something new towards her avatar. But I can't expect you to be loyal to me if you're not loyal to yourself. And if you're not keeping your business a secret, how can I expect you to keep mine? But I don't set obligations for people like that. If I like, I know that she can't hold water. Why would I let her hold water? Get what I'm saying? So me telling her to hold this water is an obligation that she's not set up for. So that's not fair to her. She's not set up for that in that moment. So I always tell people, like, you got to play your position and see people for who they really are. I mean, I do. A lot of the time I see people as their higher self, whether they're in their lower body or not. Like, I still view you as light because you are light. Like, everyone's energy. But I do accept you for who you are. If I allow you around me, like, oh, I know you lie. Okay, well, I know you like to steal like quarters and nickels and dimes. So I know not to let you get in my car. You know what I'm saying? But if you take a quarter nickel down from me, I expect you to do exactly what you're to do, even if I don't like what you did. But are you doing something that your avatar is set up for? Yes. So I can never be mad at you for doing something that you were meant to do. So I always tell people that, like, listen, guys, like, I'm only responsible for my half. And so my half is me, how I react, how I talk, whatever I got going on with me. I'm not responsible for anybody else's half. I'm only responsible for mine. And so that's what you guys have to remember. You're only responsible how you respond back to people, how you treat people. You're not responsible for how they do you. Like, you're only responsible for yourself. So remember, if you're only responsible for yourself, you better do that self-love. Love yourself. Turn on your favorite song, get up, dance around, move your body, like move your cells. When you're dancing, like, tell yourself you love yourself. Like, what's wrong? Like, it doesn't have to always be sexual either. Like, a lot of times people like, you get in the mirror, you start dancing sexual, like, you're a stripper. Like, no, baby, I might want to dance sexy for myself. Or I might just want to dance. Maybe I'm sexy. I think I'm sexy already. So me dancing just adds on to it. You get what I'm saying? So, guys, just really love yourself. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm known for, like, I remember on my birthday, I did a video. And mind you, you could tell I didn't have a filter on, but I was real bright. And everybody be like, how do you get like that? Like, cause I could be real bright to the point where I was having people asking me like, are you pregnant? I'm like, no. How could you be pregnant if you don't have sex? So I'm confused. Okay. But never mind. But at the same time, people always just like, you're just really bright. And I'm like, I practice a lot of self-love and it lights me up. I can't help it. It's a beautiful thing. I love it. It balances me out. It makes me feel great. And I'm in my zone. But what I will say is, I feel great. Like, I look great. Like, my face is shiny. I don't have any bags underneath there. Like, my face just bright. Like, I'm talking about like bright. And some people will be like, oh, well, like, that's when, you start practicing witchcraft. Like, practicing witchcraft? How is practicing witchcraft self-love? Like, me actually loving myself for real, correctly. That's witchcraft? Okay? Ever since I started loving myself correctly, I got brighter. So you're calling that witchcraft? Yeah, like, no, bro, no, that doesn't make sense. Anytime that it seems like something is good, they want to associate it with something that they seem like it's negative, which to me, witchcraft ain't bad. I don't practice that. So whatever people practice, that's what they practice. Just don't try that shit on me, okay? I don't care what you do, but don't do whatever you do to me. Okay. But guys, at the end of the day, I just really wanted to get on here and just talk to y'all really about self-love, like really loving yourself, giving y'all some juice, like some free juice. A lot of people don't really tell the real story of like self-love and that I have like witnessed and read over, like, how did you practice self-love this way? Because this doesn't work for me. Like, I need to be like love. And so that's what I learned, guys, like to how to really love myself, how to accept myself in every form. People don't understand that. Like, even like when I used to be depressed, I used to love on me, and I used to see how long that I would sit there before I get up. And I used to just like get up, and people were like, well, dang, like, 'cause some people never really knew I was depressed because some depressed people know how to hide it real good. I just hide it in different ways. That was all. But I still feel like I love that version of me too, like, because she still got things done. Whether I was depressed or not, I was still busy. I didn't care what was going on. I still got stuff done. I did not care. Like, I still went to work, depressed and all. But as a single parent, you got to do that. And, you know, I just feel like at some point, I'm tired. Like, women, like, we deserve to be treated like a goddess all day, every day. Like, dude, we keep this world going. No energy would come into this world without a woman. So I'm really confused what's going on. Y'all need us, but it's neither here nor there. But guys, I just want to tell y'all, practice the self-love. Remember, we got a challenge going on. Get up in the mirror, dance for 20 to 30 minutes in the mirror. Really love yourself. Authentically yourself. Love you because you matter. No one told you today, I love you. I love you every day, okay? All right, so it's me, Pretty Ray and T, with a little self-love talk for y'all. And thank you for tuning in. Leave me a comment on all the social media platforms at the Pretty Red ENT Show. All right, have a blessed day, guys. Love, peace, and hair grease. Brrr.